Today's horoscope and tarot reading from Astrocademy, Pisces March 13, 2022. Today's transits stir intensity, and channeling this energy well can mean you're highly productive. You can find yourself thoroughly absorbed in a pet project or with studies and ideas, or ambitiously chasing a goal. Your powers of persuasion are even more potent than usual now. In fact, it's a powerful time to get your message across, so be sure you're fully behind what you're communicating. You can enjoy making important changes or pushing forward a personal plan or project that's close to your heart. A moment of truth in a love relationship or regarding a special pursuit can occur. New insights into your relationship needs or a changing attitude towards love can emerge. People are drawn to you magnetically now, and conversations, interests, projects, and matters to do with the mind can bring you together with someone, or you enjoy these things more thoroughly. When you know, you know. No need to second-guess yourself, so follow your heart. For instance, the moon will continue to glimmer through your romantic fifth house of love, passion, and pleasure, which means you're not only more sensitive when it comes to your heart's desires, but also somewhat idealistic in the process. Meanwhile, harmony-seeking Venus will be joining forces with your modern ruler, Pluto in Capricorn via your curious third house of communication, thought process, and immediate surroundings, which, in turn, adds a layer of seductive charm to your interpersonal exchanges. Ready to confess? If not, be on the lookout because someone definitely is. Tension is alleviated as the moon leaves fixed Aquarius or watery Pisces today, which creates a trine to your sign. The imaginative moon implores you to consider a dreamier take on your work and even your professional self-expression. You could go about working with a softer touch, giving your projects a different creative style or aesthetic than what you usually do. Even your self-expression could have a more artistic influence that comes across in a mystical way. However, the watery moon could be a bit moody, so be sure to remain hopeful as you go about your tasks. While there is no longer any planetary activity in your income sector, having not only begun the year here but having returned after a year of continuous planetary activity, Mars has left you with more than enough untapped income, potential and momentum. The one thing lacking until now is momentum on the job front, but as the moon returns to your work sector today, there will be signs that this is about to change. Everyone's all bossy today, and it's starting to rub your already sore ego a little raw. Try to stay focused and keep to yourself. It's a challenge certainly, but it's better than having to deal with them. A new outlook is possible today. Things that you do every day may seem somehow different. Enjoy this fresh perspective. It's important to be flexible and to listen for the inner voice that tells you when to bend and when to walk away from a situation. You often comply in situations when someone else will benefit. Ask yourself what you really need, instead. When it comes to what you eat, it's wise to give your intestinal tract a break from bread and dairy products. Innovative and creative thinking will bring more opportunities for you on this day. This vibration encourages you to think outside of the conventional ways of doing things. While structure and set formats are necessary in many regards, creative exploration can also see you discovering new solutions to old problems. If there is an art form that you especially enjoy doing, make some time after your work is done. Writing your thoughts at the beginning of the day can also open these channels for you. By the time Venus and Mars returned to your home and family sector last weekend, they had already been aligned for 3 weeks, with your heart and the fight to follow its lead intertwined from the start. 6 days on their alignment finally ends, with Venus starting to inch ahead in a way that allows her and Mars to take a divide-and-conquer approach. That bit of separation will allow you to listen to your heart and then wait before acting, with the gap continuing to widen over the coming weeks. This will ultimately give you better control. The moon finds itself in the right place at the right time today and for the majority of the weekend, and with it a chance to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. The moon is making its monthly visit to an adventurous part of your chart, but its only visit this year while the sun is in your romantic sector. With planetary activity on the romantic front growing, this brings the right boost at the right time. Your tarot reading for today. The Magician, the Hierophant and the Chariot. Spare the rod and spoil the child, but within limits. You have recently been upset by a person you have feelings for. You wanted to say too much to them, you said more than you wanted to say, and you have created a difficult situation. Did you realize it at the time? It's not certain. On the other hand, looking back at it now, you are able to feel when it was and with who it was. The cards tell us that the person thought your words were very strong and saw them as a personal attack. Although this was not what you intended, this is the result, and the only thing left for you to do is apologize. This is the best way out of this situation. Go see this person and tell him that you didn't think before speaking and that it was the context that led you to make the mistake. He will thank you for taking the blame and explaining it to him. It's a real proof of love if you can apologize for your actions and reconsider the things you might have said. It is not given to everyone, because selfishness and pride mean a lot of people prefer not to say anything. You are not a person like that. Which is what you will demonstrate when you go to see this person and tell them what is on your mind. You will be proud of this courageous action. Our eyes in the sky. They'll only snap if they feel like they're being controlled. So, don't try to control other people's actions. Give them a chance to make their own decisions in your discussions. They will make the right choices on their own terms. And please just ignore anyone's snide or hurtful words. To this point, we've been hands-on and trying to make relationships work at all costs. Now we're taking a step back and allowing matters to unfold naturally. When it comes to how we express our affection, it won't be with a declaration of love that we yell from the rooftop. We'll choose to express ourselves with acts of kindness and service to those we care about, who will then see our truest heart. Asking for advice from a trusted source regarding our finances will prove helpful, as they will be able to give us insight and information on the best ways in which we can boost our capital and dividends. On the emotional front, this astrological energy will bring new life to our romantic situations and partnerships. That will make it hard for us to make decisions. Instead of moving forward, it's a good time to reflect on the investments before we commit fully to making them. The lesson of the day is to slow down and to contemplate as to what the best choices for us will be. Seeking advice will be beneficial, as long as it's a trusted source who we know won't lead us astray from the best opportunities and results. So, don't try to control other people's actions. Give them a chance to make their own decisions in your discussions. They will make the right choices on their own terms.